We are live. Oh, family. I'm going to wait a few seconds to see if anybody comes in. But good morning, greetings and salutations. Happy New Year. What it do, what it be like, what it is, what it was. So I was recording a vlog for this morning because this has been a crazy day already. And it's just 10 o'clock in the morning. It's 9:58. Oh, sir, you clearly do not know how to merge. Baby, come, listen, I can't slow, but the lane is ended, sweetheart. Pick and choose what you gonna do. Oh, merciful Jesus. Okay, so, clearly niggas can't drive. Um, I'm on my way to pick up the elder. I have the elder's car, and apparently there is no... Good morning, Nicole Stevens. There's no power at her job. The power went out. So she works for a daycare. What snow? Ain't no snow. What snow? Ain't no snow. I'm in North Carolina. Where the snow at? It's a lot of rain out here. Ain't not nary a drop. It was a little ice. It's a little ice chippy, but ain't no snow. Ain't no snow out here, baby. Um, and even if there was, I would drive in it because it's not that big a deal. Hey, Bobo. So, the point of it all was I was not supposed to be up right now. I'm supposed to be in my bed, relaxing, with a heating pad across my back and stomach, trying to get my life together so I can push out some content for y'all today because today is my day off. But oh no, not me. Because trying to help out my family members yesterday, I ended up taking my mama's car home. MVA, we getting snow left, right. Ooh, child, bless you, bless your hearts, bless your heart and all your parts. I'm gonna have to call and check on some people. I check on my best friend and make sure she good, but and check on somebody else. It's Wait, it's snowing. It's snowing at High Point. Oh Lord, Huggy just come. First of all, why was Huggy not with you this trip? I don't understand. Where's my niece at? Why is she not? Why did she not come visit? Ain't nobody told me nothing, Jesus. Ain't no dang snow here. I'm mad about it. Well, not really, because I hate the snow and the cold, so it's fine that there's no snow here. Lord have mercy, Jesus. But anyway, I ended up taking my mama's car home, right? So, because my mama decided to commandeer my time because she knew I had the day off today. So now, instead of having to pick her up when she get off of work, since there is no power at the building, they can't take no kids at the daycare. So now I'm on my way to pick her up. She wanted to stay home and get ready for the next semester. Okay, I listen. She probably had a party. That sounds very house party scenario to me. But what do I know? What do I know? My kids ain't never threw a party at my house, so it is what it is. Probably because I was always home. Anyway, moving on. Um, so I'm on my way to pick up my mama. But sir, why are you still sitting here? The light's been green for so long that you're the only car this far back, nowhere near the light. What are you doing with your life? Get off the crack, sir. I am still mad that they shut. The Golden Walk is shut down. See, this is how I know I don't get. I'm good, Dre. How are you? This is how you know I don't get out of my house enough. So my feelings was hurt when they shut down the Jack in the Box because that's where the hookers used to and all the drama used to go down. I'm on West Boulevard in Charlotte. But the Golden Wok was a ghetto hood staple. That's the Chinese place. They had the best chicken wings. And they closed. They boarded up. My feelings was hurt. Y'all, look. It's gone. I don't. Ooh, wait a minute. Okay. Hold on. Look, they gone. They gone, y'all. They gone. In my feelings. In my feelings. I don't know how long these people been gone. I don't the impetus maybe got robbed too many times and they was like, fuck you niggas, I'm trying to provide y'all with good chicken wings and y'all keep robbing us. I don't know. I do not know. I believe this is the beginning of the gentrification of this area. That's what I think. That's what I think. Because West Boulevard is not, wow, all the water on the road. Um, West Boulevard is not where you want to be at night. I'm just gonna tell you what I know. Y'all remember us talking about Phil and Shiloh and her walking down the dark alley, and Phil was like that alley was dangerous, and I wasn't gonna walk down there, so I damn sure wasn't gonna let her walk down there. All of West Boulevard. There's even a police station down there that ain't safe either. So listen. Lord have mercy, God. So how have y'all been? What's cracking? What we doing? What's happening? I came on here because everybody. Oh, come on, mask required to get on the bus. I came on here to discuss Phil and Shiloh while I was driving to. Here's the thing. Why is it always a fine ass nigga walking somewhere in his work clothes? Like, you need to ride to work, daddy. Let me get my life together. See, standards. Come on, that beard. Okay. Oh, well, sir. Well, sir, do you need a ride? Let me get my life together. Okay. So, oh no. Oh no. All of the water. Jesus Christ. Hide your kids, hide your cars. There's huge puddles of water everywhere. Oh, let's not drop the phone. Come around the corner. Now, whose BMW is this? All right, I'm gonna pull in. I know the elders see me out there, and we're parked. Did I cuss him out? Did I cuss him out on his birthday? Did you see me cuss him out? What kind of question is that? That is a brother and sister conversation. Words were said and had. There was an agreement come to about behavior. Everything is good. Trust and believe. We family. You know, everything between us is good and well. Yes, Dre, he was that fine. I was like, ooh, ooh. He was tall like I like him. He was thick like I like him. He had a beard like I listen. Hola, Poppy. What's going on? Yes, I had a convers. We had a conversation with El Teddy after the live had ended, and we had a text conversation since then, and we have some updated contact information, emergency contact information. We have some protocols in place now. Should we ever come across this same situation again, I don't think it's gonna happen again, but we all good. Um, so I was gonna talk about Phil and Shiloh and they big bag of bullshit. What is this on my camera? Okay. And how this girl was upset that she didn't get chose. Um, y'all bear with me because I'm naked faced and I just have the lashes that I fell asleep in on. So I'm about to put some Carmex on. That's about all the makeup that we gonna get for right now because I'm outside in the elements. My hair is officially wet. Um, So if y'all watch Ready to Love this past week, or you saw my review for Ready to Love, there was an incident that happened between Phil and Shiloh. So here's what happened. Yeah, naked faced it. These dry faced hoes could never. So Phil and Shiloh. Okay, so Shiloh at the retreat, like the episode before, was like, "You the one. I choose you. I'm pulling up on you. I think we do. You my connection. You the one. You the one that I want to be with. I don't want to talk to no other dudes. I just want to talk to you." And Phil's answer to that, because Phil had several connections with several different women, he was like, "Oh, that's sweet. Cool. That's it." He didn't confirm. He didn't reaffirm her decision. He didn't reciprocate what she was saying. He just said, "Okay, cool." And so, um, enough. Sorry. So he was like, "Oh, that's so sweet. Mwah, give her a little kissy kiss." So she jumped off the love ledge and was like, "Choose me, pick me, love me." And he was like, "Oh, that's nice," and patted her on her head. Now she, in her haze of adrenaline from jumping off the love ledge, did not realize that this man didn't say, "Yes, I choose you. You the one. We gonna ride together till the wheels fall off." He never said any of that to her. So she is riding back home from the retreat when the bulb goes off for her that, wait a minute, this nigga never said. That's a problem for me. Cool in the game. So they are at, it's non-production. There's no production, no nothing. The cast was out at a club. This was not filmed for the show. There was no production there, because I saw somebody jump into my comments. I think they deleted their comment because they realized that what they said didn't make any sense. So they are at the club. They are Shiloh has admitted to having at least 4 drinks. Phil had 1 drink. She is trying to get him to choose her, and he is not complying with her wishes. So she starts to get angry, and they start to argue. She gets mad. At this point, it is 4 or 5 in the morning. The club is closing down. She gets mad, and she says, get out of my face. Get out of my face. I need space. I don't like you." So she stomps off towards a dark alley, 5 in the morning in DC. Phil says, "Oh no, our table is broken." So he goes after her because it's 5 in the morning. She's in club wear. It's freezing cold and raining outside, and she's headed toward a dark alley. He says, "Oh no, not on my watch." So he goes after her. I'm assuming talking to her like, "Hey, come back. It's not safe over there." Here come my mama.
What's happening with the tide thing?
Nothing. Nothing.
Okay, so we're good.
Yes.
Okay, I'll go deal with that.
Okay. Right. She threw a complete temper tantrum, and so she stomps off. "I don't have to take this." So Phil says, "Okay, you don't have to take this, but what you're not going to do is you're not going to go down this alley where Larry, Moe, and Curly could be waiting and bop you in the top of your head, where you could be killed, beaten, maimed, R-word, S-aid, any of those things. We're not." He's like, "I'm not on my watch. Hey, little baby." So he's trying to get her, come back to your friends where you're safe so you can go home. She's angry, and she don't want to, anything that he's saying for her to do, he is absolutely going to do the opposite. Hey, Kurt Vixen. So He's like, okay, so I'm not going to continue to argue. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. You're drunk and out of control and angry. I am tired and ready to go home. It's cold and it's dark and dangerous out here. He scooped her up, and I'm sure she fought him about scooping her up, and he took her back to her friends. And it was like, y'all get her home safely. So she is angry. She was like, and she's like, and I was triggered because apparently she has domestic abuse in her past. Great. Understandable. We understand that you're triggered. We're so sorry that you were triggered. However, I'm angry with, listen, he was ready to go. I am angry with OWN for putting out those clips before the episode aired so we have full context that it seemed like he did something to her. Like he assaulted her, or there was a physical, like the way they made it seem like it was like he beat her up. Hey, Pinky Tinky. Right, conviction. That's what she wanted. She wanted to get chose. And she thought throwing a hissy fit and him following her would show that he cared and he was choosing her. And he was really like, no, you need to go back. It's not safe over there. Go back to your friends. If we can discuss this, we can finish this conversation later. What we not gonna do is put, you're not gonna put both of us in danger because you having a drunk hissy fit at 5 in the morning in DC. Yes, Krispies. She wanted him to. Yeah, she wanted to some bras be on some other stuff. So without us having full context, thank you, Soap and Wash. Um, OWN put out all of these clips, and people were. I didn't watch any of the clips, but people who saw the clips, with everybody was jumping to conclusions. Everybody was vilifying this man like he has done something wrong until we get to the episode and we get full context of what happened. And now we all looking at Shiloh. For real, that's what we doing. That's what we doing. And then there are some people who are so women focused and women centric that they can't see his side in this at all. They're all like, oh well, if she didn't want to be touched, shouldn't have to be touched. You're absolutely correct. However, she was inebriated at the time. And just like when you have drunk people who are trying to drive and they be unreasonable and you sometimes have to get physical with them, same. So you gonna put yourself and me in danger because you drunk and having a hissy fit. No ma'am, not on my watch. Not today, not tomorrow, and not the day after that. You may have had the right idea, but you got the wrong bitch. So we not doing that. I get the whole autonomy thing, but what I also often hear is black men not protecting black women. If something were to have happened to her, everyone would have been up in arms at him still. Exactly, little baby. Hey Tracy. If he listen, I would prefer you err on the side of caution than to, because there are some men who didn't give no dams, let your silly ass in this little tiny dress and heels and drunk run down this alley, and then whatever happens to you is just what happens to you. Clearly, this man cared enough about you and your well being not to follow you. And even when you were being stubborn and determined to put yourself in harm's way, say, no, ma'am, not on my watch. And if you angry about the way I touched you or grabbed you, you'll be alive to be angry about it tomorrow. That's it. And people's like, oh, he should have been more apologetic. I wouldn't have been. What you mean? Some men would have hopped back in a car with another broad and drove off. Well, that's what Will Packer does. He listen. This is what they do to drum up drama for their shows. but it's disingenuous, and you playing with people's reputation. You playing, and the fact that you thought the ends justified the means. There's some people who will not watch the show after seeing them clips and just run with whatever the story, the narrative that the clips was putting out instead of getting the entire context of what actually happened. Right? He could have just let her go, and then something that somebody been in that alley and bopped that girl in the head, and or she could have tripped and fell on her tall shoes she be wearing and broke her ankle, and now her ankle broken, and everything is his fault. You know what I got out of the conversation with Tommy? Tommy, and then it felt very placating to me. And then he was like, "Y'all ain't got love for each other." Blah blah blah. No, I'm sorry, I got a phone call. Clearly, we don't even like each other right now. Can y'all still hear me? Let me know if you can still hear me. No, there's at this point, I don't even like this nigga. What you mean? I chose him and he told me no, thank you. Return to sender. I don't want it. So no, there's no repairing it. There's no fixing it. There's no none of that. And I don't think it was if it was that type of situation. I don't think Tommy would have ever asked that question if whatever was done was repairable. Exactly. For 2 weeks, y'all allowed this narrative to run for ratings, and not some people. And then it'll be whatever they run, the narrative that they run with, because some people just will not watch, won't watch the show and get the full context. Exactly, little baby, because she's that type that she's immediately going to play the victim role. Oh, you left me behind. You didn't care about me. Listen, they not. When she switched from I was triggered by him dragging me to he was trying to hurt me emotionally, I was the child. When she said he was trying to hurt me emotionally, how was he trying to hurt you emotionally? It seems to me that he was trying to placate you, and you was in your feelings about it. He wasn't trying, he was trying to save your feelings because he knew he didn't feel the same way about you that you felt about him. Listen, let me talk about Tyrone for a second, because she did Tyrone. She Tyrone got the short end of the stick because Tyrone was very secure in what he, listen, he had heard from the Lord, and the Lord said that is the one. But Tyrone didn't look like what she didn't, the package didn't match what she thought it should look like on the outside. She didn't know to get it. She didn't give it a chance to get to know him on the inside, to figure out if that's really, he could have probably checked off every box on her list. Hey Amber, hey Loretta. He could have checked off every box on her list. But because the outside package didn't match what she thought she wanted, she discarded him. And the only reason she was in her feelings because they were the most likely hunching. There was no reason to behave that way unless feelings were deeper than that. That's all I'm saying. Like, if the nigga I'm hunching, if I go on national TV and the nigga I know that behind the scenes I'm bending it over for, and when I say pick me, choose me, love me, and you be like, and you son me on national TV, I'm blowing up the spot. It is now a problem. Oh, oh, so you gonna son me now? You gonna, oh, that sweet me now? Did you say that when my legs was on your shoulders, my nigga? Was it all so sweet when you was calling me? Okay, when you was calling me baby and whispering sweet nothings in my ear, was it all you so sweet when I had your eyes rolling back in the back of your head with that gawk gawk double twist 3000, nigga? What? No, no. Right? Listen. I never said that woman was attractive because I'm not attracted to it. I can see attractiveness in women, even though I have no sexual desire for them, and she just never my cup of tea. Point blank, period. The end. Something didn't sizzle. Something didn't sizzle right in my spirit when she was like, "Oh, Tyrone is such a great guy, and I really like him, and we have a connection." And he's telling everybody she's the one, and you didn't fight for him not to get eliminated that early. That's when I knew then that you was on some bull. So, and I have been proven right. That's why she wouldn't say what was said during the argument. Probably, probably, probably. Miss Intimacy Guru Child. Whatever. How intimacy, being an intimacy guru and having common sense, and when it comes to relationships, is two totally different things. It just is what it is. It just is what I don't. I listen. Um, just because you can teach a subject, don't mean that you will impart your teachings into your personal life. Doctors make the worst patient. Teachers make the worst students. Happens all the time. So just because you're supposed to be an expert on something doesn't mean that you're going to be able to apply your expertise to your actual personal life. I know this. I'm not going to her for no intimacy coaching, no intimacy lessons or anything, because clearly, daughter, you just as jacked up as the rest of us, beloved. And the fact that because that he wanted to hurt me emotionally was a calculated answer. When I say that was a calculated answer, right, Vixen? You have all these traumas and triggers and stuff, but you didn't tell the man that you was potentially falling in love with. You didn't tell him any of your triggers. I could understand if you didn't know it was a trigger. If she just said it triggered me and I didn't, I didn't think it, I didn't, it surprised me, it caught me off guard, something like that. But no, you said that like you knew that was a trigger and he didn't know that was a trigger. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if you can. I don't know. I don't know, Chris. I don't know, Tracy. I don't know. But it would seem to me. It would seem to me. It would. If you're on this dating show to get to know somebody and get um into a relationship with somebody, and it's supposed to be real, then that is and you have triggers. You have known triggers in intimate spaces and relationships and stuff, then it would behoove you to tell the person that you are entering into relation with what your triggers are. It would just behoove you. You know, like I tell guys that I get in relationships with, let me be very clear about my relationship with my ex-husband. I do have some triggers due to the abuse that was in that relationship. Please don't yell at me because it'll trigger my flight or fight response and I'll shut down and then I'm done. So please don't yell at me. It's a trigger. I'm working on it. But right now, it's still an active trigger for me. Please don't yell at me. You can get your a point across and communicate without yelling at me. Don't do it. I'm I'm very clear about that because that can happen Um, very easily that can accidentally happen. Hey, Alikala. Yeah, everything is good. Everything is good. We just waiting on the elder. I don't know what she doing in there. I don't know. I'm trying to find some chap lipstick because my lips is dry. Like, I don't have any I, at this moment. I don't have any physical um that I know of, physical triggers. Like if somebody grabs me or something. Um, Other than my normal fight or flight response, because my normal response is if you put your hands on me, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out. But um, just because that's who I am as a person. Um, but yeah, my trauma trigger is that you can't yell at you can't start yelling at me. Jesus, I had to do a lot to get this thing on lip balm. Okay, y'all, because my lips is true. Yeah, you have to communicate that because you don't want because then it becomes a minefield in your relationship. You never know if you going if you don't just if you have trauma triggers and you do not communicate that with your partner or potential partner, then it becomes a minefield with that person, and they never know um, where they step if it's going to be a trigger for you. So it would behoove you, you know, to if you have trauma triggers to discuss those in the beginning with your partner because their line of communication, yelling may be what they do. That may be just a part of how they communicate, and you know, and they're not yelling because they're mad. They're yelling because that's just what they do. They talk in an elevated manner, and so my eyes are watering. So listen, my contacts is acting crazy. So we put some shades on. Yeah, I don't do well with yelling. Don't yell at me. That's a problem. And then I have gotten to the point where I'm gonna turn the heat down because before I start sweating at the forehead. Um, to where I can calmly tell you, don't yell at me before I shut all the way down. I'm gonna give you a chance. We've already had the conversation that yelling triggers me. So I can have a conversation, and if you start to elevate, I have enough coping skills to be able to tell you, hey, please don't yell at me. You can get your point across without yelling at me. If you continue to do so, then I'm going to shut down, and then the conversation is going to be over, and then you won't be able to talk to me at all. Thank goodness she didn't call the law on Phil claiming he physically moved her, stating she was hurt. Yeah, and then she was like, she had bruises from him picking her up, probably because she was fighting him because she was angry. Now, I am a person that bruises easily, so it don't take much. I don't know about Shiloh. We were about the same complexion, but I tend to bruise easily. So, you know, um, like I hit my shin on the corner of the coffee table. I had a bruise for at least 3.5 weeks on my leg, and I tapped it on the coffee table, but it was hard enough for a bruise to well up. So saying that she had bruises doesn't mean like it was a violent altercation. Some people just bruise easily and it don't take much. Like you could just and then they have a bruise. So I don't I don't think he did. He and she said he didn't physically hurt her. My parents didn't. That it was not something that was in my home. So when someone does that, I know I'm putting my Baptist finger up. What your parents didn't do, they didn't yell. Um, and as loud as I am, because I'm always loud, the loud one. Like my internal volume is always turned up to 10, and I haven't figured out a way. Some situations I can try and be cognizant of it more, um most of the time, but sometimes, if I'm just in my natural state and I feel natural and comfortable, my internal volume is always at 10. If you 6 feet away, you can get. Oh, let me tell y'all what happened yesterday. Speaking of yelling. So me and my niece, we were on our way to the restaurant. Me and my niece was driving. I was in the passenger seat, and the kids were in the car. And so, um, cool. So, as we was driving up to the restaurant, there was this white car and this truck, and this girl was screaming at the person in the truck. I'm assuming this is her nigga because she put her hands on that nigga. She did a Zadia. It was like boop, 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 boop in his face through the window. He was in the driver's seat inside the car, and she was yelling in the window, talk about, "Blah, blah, blah." I don't know what she was saying. I was like, roll down the window so we nosy. Because they're blocking the way we can't get into the parking lot because they blocking their parking lot with their shenanigans, right? Oh. So my niece was like, I should record this. I said, girl, well, I told her not to record it because I don't want to be a part of a police report. I ain't see nothing, I ain't hear nothing, but it was entertaining while I watched. When I say baby girl had butt length braids, she was tall, chocolate girl, and the dude was chocolate too. And her friend, God bless her friend, because her friend was trying to block her and get her in the car. She was trying to get her ass in the motherfucker. No, bitch, we not doing this today. Like she was like, hold on. She was at the car. Hey, Jay Parrish. She was like, "Hey, nigga, you go." I said, "Oh," she started to clap, and she was. Pop, pop, pop. I said, "Oh shit, this about to be an altercation." This is when I knew it was really about to go to a level 20, because he was in the car with the door closed with just the window down. When her friend tried to walk her back to the car, and the girl was steady talking junk and trying to get around the friend. When that nigga opened the door and turned sideways and started saying something crazy to the girl, I said, "Oh Jesus, this about to be a whole domestic situation." But it was, the friend finally got her in the car. The girl was screaming out the window as the friend drove away, and then we was looking at the dude like, what the hell did you do to this girl to make her go this far left? Cause daughter was upset. You hear me? She was upset. I said, "Oh my God." I said, "Not the dramatizations before I can get my cheeseburger, niggas." What? Can I just say my family thinks I just eat cheeseburgers when I go to restaurants? Cause like I am so I am so one way or the other. It's either I'm having a full on steak, potatoes situation, or I'm eating a cheeseburger. It don't be no in between. It don't never be, oh, get some chicken pasta. I don't want that. I can make that in my kitchen. I don't want that. I could also make a bomb ass burger in my kitchen. But sometimes I don't want to go through all of that. I also want some good old pizza and wing. Listen. There is a New York style pizza place called Tony's, and I get a slice of pepperoni and 12 wings and some extra ranch. All I know is somebody owe me lunch. It's 10:37. Oh, breakfast, something, anything. I'm hungry. Not a turkey burger. Not a turkey burger. Ew. No. I want a good bacon cheese. Listen, well, I make the bacon so that it's crispy like I like it, and I season my meat so it's seasoned like I like it. And then I grill the onions, and I grill the onions, and then after the onions get soft, I add some white Velveeta cheese to the onions, so it's like a onion cheese sauce. And then I add a little sweet steak sauce, some mayo, the grilled cheese, the grilled onion cheese on top of the cheese that's already melted on top of my burger. And then I add the bacon, and the bread is toasted to perfection. Chef's kiss. Listen, but that's be a lot of labor that I don't be wanting to do. What is this? I feel like this is. What is this? What is this? I don't know what this is, y'all. I just found this in my mama's car. What is this? Oh, this is her. It's this is where she be keeping her Advil. It's empty right now. Ain't no Advil in here, but it's to keep medicine in. I was supposed to say, what the hell? Sure, there is a regular burger. I listen. I'm not gonna go with you with the turkey burger. Nope. Mm-mm. Oh, dry ass turkey burger. Nope. 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 Mm-mm. I just the Lord don't. Me and turkey burgers are just that's just like turkey bacon. Why would you do that to yourself? Why would you do that to anybody? Family? Why would you do that? Why would we do that? I'm gonna turn this vehicle off. Cause why are we sitting in the car with the running out the gas? I saw you and him walking in the rain. Hey, Joshua. Listen, what I really want to make is a grilled cheese with turkey and bacon on it, possibly some tomatoes. I want to make a ham and turkey bacon melt. It's just a grilled cheese. Abs is why I do that. I want to give the Janet Jackson effect. Oh well, child. Okay, well that's why. That's never gonna be my testimony. The Lord is never gonna allow me to have abs, so I'm not even gonna. And I don't know that I want abs. I don't know. They seem like a lot to maintain. It seems like it's a lot of pressure when you have abs. I don't need that type of pressure in my life. I really don't. Like I have a lot of pressure already from not having hypertension, not having diabetes. Um to stave off those two things in my life because they are hereditary. A lot of people in my family have Okay, can you see and hear me? I got a phone call from my kid. I can eat turkey ham, but turkey bacon is a hard pass. First of all, if I'm gonna eat turkey ham, I just might as well eat the ham. That defeats. I don't get it. But what I want, let me tell you the ingredients. I need some Sara Lee honey wheat bread because that's the only bread that I eat is the Sara Lee honey wheat. I don't eat white bread anymore. I haven't eaten white bread in years. It just doesn't. What? Why would that? Ever since I discovered honey wheat, like maybe 5 6 years ago, ain't no more white bread in my life. So I need some Sara Lee honey wheat bread. I need some Sara Lee honey ham that's freshly cut from the deli. I also need some oven roasted turkey from Sara Lee from the deli. I need some white American cheese. I think it's Land O'Lakes that makes it. And then I need bacon. It can be the bacon of your choice. I would prefer some thick cut bacon that I can cook. And I'm gonna cook the bacon first till it's crispy like I like it. I'm gonna cook it on the stove. I'm not gonna put it in the oven. Hey, Monk Chip, Happy New Year, love. And then I am going to need some butter. I'm gonna need some Kerrygold real butter. I'm gonna put a 2 pats of butter down in the pan, and I'm gonna lay the first layer of the bread down, some white American cheese, some bacon, ham, another layer of cheese, turkey, another layer of cheese, and then the other slice of bread. And so I'm gonna let that meld and melt for a minute. Uh, my daughter just sent me a text message said she was in the bathroom. My grandkids had the phone. That's why they was trying to call me. Um, and then I'm going to let it melt down, and then I'm going to flip it. I'm going to add 2 more pats of Kerrygold butter, so the other side of the bread gets the same treatment. So they're both a beautiful, delicious, crispy golden brown, and everything on the inside has melted and molded together. American white American cheese. What do you mean? What you mean, Pooh? Yeah, I don't turkey. When people be like, "Oh, turkey bacon is good," no, it's not. No, it's not. You've never heard of white American cheese, Joshua? It be at the deli counter. Ask for some. They'll slice it for you. It is the best thing ever. And if you go to Publix, like like American cheese, like it's the same, only it's white. It's not yellow. What you mean? How does that taste? How old are you? Not I'm not American. Okay. Okay, baby. Not fried leather. I've never been a fan of turkey bacon. Not that I won't eat it all. I won't be like, oh my God, this is horrible, and throw it down on the ground if that's what is offered. But it's just not what I prefer. I just mm-mm. And they be like, "Ooh, it's better than regular bacon." The lies you tell. The lies you tell to yourself and everyone else. Don't do that. Do not do that. Shoot. I don't know, but my stomach hurts. Y'all, I want to be in menopause so bad. Like, I just don't want to have a period anymore. Like, I'm tired of this. I'm not having any more babies. I'm not. I'm an old woman. I am an old lady and I am not having any more babies. Why do I have to keep doing this every month? Why? I feel like, and I know so for some women, fertility is an issue. Thank you, Nicole. Still, I 9 times out of 10 it's Land O'Lakes because that's what they have like at Walmart, and when, that's the deli that I'll go to, deli counter. Crispin, you ordered the Fenty onesie. Listen, I'm going home to put it back on when I get home. All my content is gonna be done in my Fenty onesie today, if I can make any content, because I'm out here in the elements with the elder. I'm really just trying to get her to take me back home so I can go back to it for a little bit. If I can get home by 12, I'm gonna take a. If she listen, I'll need her to provide me with food because this is a lot, and then take me home, and I'm gonna go get in my bed. And listen, Can I tell you, before that little tiny bodysuit and that onesie, it was like $100 and some dollars. I ended up paying like $12 because of my Fenty VIP points. So I'm gonna let the only Dunkin' Donuts sandwich. Okay, the one that is my favorite, which is my go-to, which is the one that I eat every time I go to Dunkin' Donuts. My order at Dunkin' Donuts is a sausage, egg, and cheese croissant and a large sweet iced tea. If you are ever trying to get me something from Dunkin' Donuts, that is what you get me. If you're trying to actually get me a donut from there, one, why? Two, listen, y'all, listen. Not yo, eat the gumbo. Eat the gumbo for breakfast. Eat it. Um, listen, I will take whatever the hormones are, whatever I need to take to regulate my hormones and my emotions for the menopause. I just I just need the side effect of my cycle to stop. That's it. That's it. I am 45 years old. I have had a cycle since I was 9 years old. It has been 36 years. I have served my time. I have given birth 4 times. I have been pregnant a total of 5 times. I am done with the reproductive system. Not sex, but the reproduction portion of this situation. I am done with. Go ahead, get to jumping, little baby. You gotta maintain. That's what I'm talking about. That's stress. You gotta maintain them abs. And I listen. I don't want abs. I just don't want the overhang. That's and I feel like I may look into seeing if I can get that surgically removed and my insurance pay for it. My cousin is talking about having the gastric sleeve done, and I definitely don't want to do that. If I'm gonna have surgery, I just suck the fat out, please. Just suck it out. Yeah. At 9, Joshua, I got my cycle at the age of 9. It was in October, right before my 10th birthday. I will never forget that. 9. Count it. 1, 2, 9. And I am now 45. And my period has been like clockwork. There are only I can count the times that I have missed my period. There was the baby that I did not have. Eric, Danielle, Michelle, and Isaiah. And then when I was on, what was the shot, Depo Provera, which we're not gonna talk because I gained a lot of weight with Depo Provera and got pregnant. Still, wow, with the Depo. Danielle is my Depo baby. Danielle, the daughter that got married this past year, she is my Depo Provera baby. So, and I got my tubes tied at the age of 23. 23. I got my tubes tied because I was married. I was on baby number 4. I had 2 boys and 2 girls. I was done having kids. But see, my cycle didn't get it. My cycle was light until I got my tubes tied, and then it became a horror show. So it went from 2 to 3 days. It could be heavy sometimes, but not too heavy, nothing really ridiculous, until I got my um tubes tied, and then it went from 2 to 3 days to 7 full days with a full 24-hour stop in the dead middle of it. So it's the first day, which is cramping and horrible. The second day, which is a super heavy flow. The third day, cramps and heavy flow, but it starts to lighten toward the end of that day. There's 24 hours where it stops completely, and then it restarts for another 3 days. It is a horror show. Y'all just don't understand. You listen. Um, but it's so heavy. I have to wear both a tampon and a maxi pad at all times. Plus, I have to undergird that maxi pad with extra padding so that it covers front and back. Because there's nothing worse than it coming up the back end. It's a lot. It's a horror show. Um, like I have huge. Listen, I'm gonna go and get checked out. Listen, you can't have something has to be wrong with you in order to have a hysterectomy. I know I asked. Um, I don't need it. I don't need it. But there's nothing physically wrong with me to in order for me to get a hysterectomy. So therefore, if I did period panties, I would do them when I'm going to be home. That's it. I don't think I feel comfortable enough, and I don't feel like it's sanitary enough for me to wear outside of the house. Child, listen, you got the under with the breastplate of righteousness. Listen, hey Jesus, because it be on some old different stuff. I think any men that were in here, I ran away with period talk. Because it went from 20 to 13. Okay, let's find another topic. Because I ran the people off. I done ran the people off. Listen, what else is happening? Child, okay, so listen. Why was I scrolling my YouTube feed, right? And then my recommended. Because thank you, Dre. I was scrolling in my ooh, little baby, I cannot do a menstrual cup. I just that's a level that I just ooh, Father God. I talked to the Lord and he and I agreed that that is not for me. And it's not for everybody. And I did some research on menstrual cups, and Rob Beatty Christie did a really open, honest video about menstrual cups and how they work and what you do and if you're squeamish and oh, she did a fantastic video about menstrual cups, which her video confirmed for me it's not for me. It's not. God bless anybody who can use it, but it's just not for me. It's just not for me. Um, so I was scrolling my YouTube feed, right, and I saw, hi, Below DD, right, Alikala. It just, and I'm not for having to push my finger up in there to pop it open. Nope, we're not doing that. I was, I'm gonna get this story out, y'all. In my news feed, in my recommended videos, because I sometimes listen to these manosphere videos where these niggas just be talking out the side of their neck. Like if you gay, just say that. You don't have to bash women as a whole that we're all stupid and emotional and we don't make good choices and all these other things and we the weakest link and blah 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 and all that other stuff and we the devil incarnate. How we the most intelligent and the dumbest people at the same time. I don't know. um but it was this video where it says Bow Wow tells men why he'll never get married. I say again, the video title was Bow Wow tells men why he's never gonna get married. Probably because no woman is stupid enough to continue to stay with his dumbass, with his shenanigans, in order for him to get married. Alika, that was my first damn thought. Who the hell asks? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares about Bow Wow? Okay, can you hear me now? Yay! Okay. Yes, we are all of those things to the manosphere. Like this whole be an alpha man, what do you bring to the table? Shenanigans is it like are they I be trying to figure out is this how most men feel? Cuz if so, then I'm just going to die single. Let me just go ahead and get I'm not getting no cats or no pets or nothing. Let me just I'm just at this point I'm just concerned about me and I'm just concerned about me and traveling and being happy. Because clearly, if I'm looking for a man to fall in love with and build a life with, I've hit the wall. I'm too old. I'm undesirable because I'm fat. I'm black. I'm a mom. Good morning, Raphael. Um, and I'm old. Wait, did I say I'm fat? I'm black. I'm old. I'm a mom. Um, so I'm used goods, so I'm gonna have to sit on the used car lot because no man is ever gonna want me. No man of value. Let me be very specific. No man of value is going to want me. I don't know, and but the man of value that they said is not gonna want me is not the man that I'm looking for. In the can we talk about? Can we discuss that? Because they're have value. They talk about how value men are so sought after. Blah blah blah. No, I don't want that. Because if you have to tell me you're a leader, no, baby, that ain't. If you have to, if you have to be vocal or showy about any of those types of things, then you are not that. None of you are that. Let me be very clear. Uh, I am very Jill Scott, and when it comes in my relationships with men, I'm very Jill Scott about a lot of things. Like if you can tell me what to do, then you can tell me what to do. But if you can't tell me what to do, then you cannot tell me what to do. And I'm very much that. I have been called because listen, I've been told by the some of the hoteps I don't love myself because I wear wigs and weaves. I have self hatred. I don't know how they equate wanting to look good with self hatred, but okay, fine. Okay, fine. But here's my thing. Let me go back to my point because I almost took it left. Um, the high value man that they say that is never going to want me is not a man that I am looking for because they only determine a man is high value based off of his pockets and what and how much money he makes. That's not a high value for me. It's nice. It's a cute caveat. Um, it's nothing to be sneezed down or looked bad upon that you are able to be provide monetarily. However, are you strong enough and man enough to correct me in a manner in which it doesn't destroy me? Are you a good person at heart? Are you a good son to your mother? Are you a good father to your children? um, are you able to console me and have patience with me in my grief that is never going away? Not that I am stuck in depression and grief all the time, but there are days, some days it's better than others. So, are you able to continue to console me and uplift me uh, um when the grief comes back? Are you strong enough for me to feel? Okay. Can't I'm trying to figure out the best way to say this. I am getting more notifications. Are you mm, comfortable enough in who you are as a person and strong enough at the core to allow me to feel like I can let trust you enough to down my guard and lean on you? That's the value that I'm looking for. Not his head shape, little baby. I Oh my God, little baby, I cannot with you. She said his head shape. Bless God. So, like those, that's the value that I'm looking for a man that it resonates. If that resonates here. Like my soul recognizes you. I feel comfortable enough to let you see all of the because no I regardless of who they are in my life, no one gets all of me. No one gets to see all of me. No one. I don't care how close we are. I don't care what our relationship is. Not even my own mother knows everything about me. No, there's no one person that has ever seen all of this on the inside, who I am as a core of a person. There is some people that know a whole lot. Exactly. And I am doubly tired because that is my role in my family. I'm the strong one. I'm the strong one. And it started at a young age. When my dad left at 14, yeah, nobody gets the whole of me. My kids get the mother that they need. I transform and transmogrify myself into be whatever it is to meet the need that they have. I never put my burdens on my kids. Never ever. Hell would fall down first before I would allow myself to put whatever burdens that I have on my children. And some of that is trauma from how my parents' marriage ended because my mother was devastated by the betrayal of my father to their marriage and the way that it ended. And when you're blindsided by something like that, rightfully so. So it was always my goal as a teenager to cause the least amount of stress on my mother as humanly possible because I saw her going through the heartbreak and picking up the pieces of her shattered life after my father did what he did. So it was always my goal. She never had to worry about me. You know, I tried to cause the least amount of issues as humanly possible. Exactly. Not so I can have white women tears. Not. Oh, okay. One day I'll do a story time of what my dad did. One day I'll do a story time about it. And I think I told y'all the story of when I beat up his girlfriend in the middle of the street. I think there's a story time out there on my channel somewhere. At the time that I beat the bricks off his wife, I tried to kill that broad. That's how I knew I had rage issues. I was 15, and we got into a fight in the middle of the street. I tried to push her face through the windshield of a car from the outside in, which is why to this day that's why I don't get into altercations, because I tried to kill her. I tried to kill that woman. I got so far gone that it became physical, and then I tried to kill her. I was going to keep hitting her until she stopped moving. And when I say things, I need people to understand that I'm not pontificating. I'm not being hyperbolic or anything like that. I legit have an issue with rage. I avoid conflict at all costs. I have a lot of coping skills that I have gotten over time and being in therapy and things like that, so that I can see, I can recognize when it starts to happen. And so I can pull it, I can remove myself from the situation so it doesn't get too far gone. But there, I do have a breaking point that if it goes too far and I get too angry and I can't pull it back in, hey, Sly Sylvia, and I can't pull it back in, it is going to become very dangerous for whoever is in the situation with me, because I go into like a literal blackout rage. And if it becomes physical, I'm not going to stop until the person, whoever is in the altercation with me, stops moving. Well, I listen, I'm not famous. Joshua, I'm not famous enough to be on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I'm not in love with no rap nigga. I'm not a rap broad, so I'm not a stylist. I'm not any, like, I work in corporate America. I don't think they care. Yes, honey. I'm still sitting outside the daycare waiting. I don't know what they're doing in there, child. I don't know what they're doing in there. But I don't listen. Don't nobody know me. Don't nobody know me. And I feel like I'm their contemporaries. We're like around the same age as some of the people, but some of them babies on there is real young and they be doing stupid stuff. So listen, friend. I don't think they like mm-mm. And because I have enough common sense, I have too much common sense for those type of situations. Um, I don't really think that I would bring drama like they would want drama. No, when I was in my 20s, Joshua, when I was in my 20s, I was married with 4 kids. I didn't come in, and I lost myself at that point in a lot of things that was happening. So yeah, I wouldn't have been in my 20s. That wouldn't have been a good situation. Listen, listen. It's why I'm not an active part of the beef sector. It's why I'm not an active part of any sector of YouTube where people are constantly going back and forth, because I'm not a back and forth type of person. Love and hip hop is beneath me. Well, thank you, boo. Um, I am not a back and forth type of. I can't do. I'm not good with like the reading and the dragging and all that stuff. I'm not good with all of that, because if you say something super crazy to me, then you're gonna have to drop an address so I can show up, and then you're gonna have to say it to my face and take your chances that way. Because I'm no longer gonna do that with you. I'm very much a please come say it to my face. I'm very much that. Please, please, if you feeling froggy, please, 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 please come say it to me. Because if you, I listen, I would try not to, because sometimes, I don't want to wake. I have a lot of respect for my mom, and I have a lot of respect for the Lord, and I'm very much a representative of both. And I would never want my mom or the Lord to be shamed of anything that I did. So sometimes that is enough for me to be like, okay, that is why I didn't immediately beat the brakes off that girl at the church. First, she hid from me for like almost a month because she knew I was looking for her every Sunday. Eyes like laser beams, looking for her. And I believe it was nothing but the Lord, because if I had caught her that day, that first Sunday after the incident with my mama had happened, and I was on 100 looking for her, I would have gone. I would have absolutely gone to jail and probably been on TV. Absolutely down to the sanctuary. Absolutely. And then the raggedy ass pastor was like, "Well, Ebony, you know, people have, because it was supposed the girl got nasty because my mama was working for the daycare for the church, and so was the girl, and the girl really wanted my mama's job, and she was talking mad cold crash crazy to my mama, and what you're not gonna be is disrespectful to my mother. I don't give a fuck what is happening. That is the quickest way for you to get your block knocked off, fooling with me. So the little girl said something crazy to my mother, and I haven't seen my mama mad like that in a very, very long time. So, and like my mama was like angry, tears crying, because she was so mad. No, bitch. Here's what the fuck we not gonna do. No. You gonna keep a motherfucking silk tongue in your mouth when you talking to my mama, or I'm gonna snatch that motherfucker right out your mouth. Point blank, period, the end. So the Lord had to put some time between the two of us for me to calm down, and the Lord was dealing with me. And I am very much I listen. I may be stubborn sometimes, but I listen when the Lord be talking to me. When I know I be acting crazy, I be listening to the Lord. I listen. So the Lord was dealing with me, and he was very clearly like, if you, the Bible says, if you have an ought with your fellow man, go to them and tell them you have an ought. If they're not receptive, go to them again. This time, bring a witness to try and clear the situation. You do what you can to try and clear the situation. Okay, fine. I didn't even go to her by myself, because if I had gone to her by myself and she said something crazy, I was just going to beat the brakes off that bitch. No questions asked, nothing. So I brought two witnesses with me. I brought my cousin, and I brought one of my friends from the choir. And they were there to protect me because they know I was ready. And I was like, "Hey, broad, let me holler at you. Let me come over here. I need to talk to you for a second, right quick. Can I talk to you for a second?" And I was trying to be very, I said, "I'm going to try and do this with all the Christian love that I have in my heart, which is not very much, but I'm working on it. Don't judge me." Um, I heard you had some crazy things to say to my mother, and I've never seen my mother that upset. So let me be the very first to tell you. First, you need to thank the Lord, because my first mind was to come in here and knock you the fuck out, bitch. I was coming here to bebop, boo boo bop upside your head. But the Lord talked to me and brought me down. So now I want to have a conversation with you. Let me be very clear. You are to keep a civil fucking tongue in your mouth. When it comes to my mother, I don't give a fuck where you see her. I don't care if it's on the job. I don't care if you at the grocery store. I don't if you see her on the street corner. You keep a civil tongue in your mouth when you and be respectful when you're talking to my mother. Now, you can disregard whatever I have to say because you grown and you think you can say anything you want. Please be advised there are consequences. We all are adults. There are consequences to our actions. I am the consequence of the action of you talking to my mama crazy. You're going to have to see me, and it ain't going to be no discussion. I'm just going to start kicking your ass when I see you. And you already know why. So don't be confused about what's happening when I roll up on you and just stop bop, 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 bop. And I ain't bring no water. Oh, wait. Lies and deceit from the devil. So she, I said, now, let this be the last time I have to come and talk to you about how you speak to my mother. Let this be the last time. Because if I have to come to you again, I'm not coming to you in Christian love and charity. I'm coming with Satan to knock you the fuck out. Please be advised. So she got a little attitude because she thought she had it in with the pastor. So she runs out crying and runs straight up to his office to tell, I guess, to tell on me because we were related. I'll knock that motherfucker out too. I don't know what you told him for. When I tell y'all, listen, I'm so fat today, y'all. Ugh, ugh, the ankles are horrible. When I tell y'all, we had to have a meeting after church. We had a meeting after church because she went and cried to him. I don't know what she thought he was going to say to me, a grown ass woman who has her own mind and her own hands to lay if need be. But he tried to be the third party and the neutral person and be like, well, Ebony, your mama worked for almost 30 years at Department of Social Services, and I'm sure everybody wasn't nice in there speaking to her. And you mean to tell me that you went up to social services and told people to talk nice to your mama? You gonna knock them out? You think I wouldn't? Have you met me? Have you met me, my nigga? You think I wouldn't go up to my mama's job and show all the way the fuck out behind my mama? Nigga, I'll kill you. What are you talking about? What do you say? He was like, well, Ebony, you can't do. I did it, and I meant it. And then because there were several people in between us, and she thought I wasn't gonna do shit, and because the pastor was there, she thought I wouldn't snatch her the fuck across this table. Now my cousin Kim knows her cousin. She knows me. When that little girl started talking smart at the mouth, and I started discreetly, very discreetly, while they was talking, started doing this. And the meeting with the pastor, I very discreetly tied my hair up, and I had taken my earrings off, and I was reaching to take off my shoes because I started to slide my shoes off under the table. My cousin literally laid her whole body across me because I was finna jump. That bitch, she did one hair flip. It was like, I really don't care how you feel about this situation. Bet. Come across the table. They had to get me. They had to get me and remove me from the room. Now my cousin Kim was like, "We can't resolve this issue. Everybody can't." No, we can't resolve it. I love you. And the pastor was like, "Kim, everybody's not gonna like each other. It's That's just what it is. Don't try and fix." I said, "Yeah, Kim, don't try and fix this shit. And let me be very clear. Fuck all you niggas." I cussed out everybody. The mother of the mother's board, the head mother of the mother's board was there. My cousin Sharonda was there. My cousin Kim, because she was the first lady, was there. The pastor, the girl, my mama, they all there. Listen here, nigga, because I was talking to the pastor. Look here, nigga, if you say something crazy to my mama, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out. Please be advised. My hands are ready to eat for everybody. And I mean that thing. I'm gonna go, I'm gonna become your dentist because I'm going into your mouth to rearrange your teeth. Sir, please try. I want you to. They had to physically get me up and walk me out the door. It's always fuck you, bitch. Always. It's always on site with you, bitch. I almost got her a second time because she said something crazy to my cousin Kim, the first lady. She was acting listen, real crazy. I was out of town for my birthday. I came back to church the following Sunday. When I say my face was beat to perfection, hair done, outfit, the whole nine, up there doing praise and worship. Praise and worship was over. I came down off the stage, came right around to make a beeline to my cousin who was sitting on the first row. And I sat next to her. And the pastor was up there apologizing to everybody about the altercation that happened with that girl the Sunday before. I didn't want to hear none of that shit. I went to are you all right? Is you okay? Because we can do this right now. Fuck what he talking about. We can do this right now. I'm happily ready to go to jail. Tell me what you want to do. You tell me what you want to do. Because I will cause a motherfucking scene in this service right the fuck now. Because I'm going to go over there and just start mollywopping that ass. So you tell me the fuck you want to do. Because I'm down. I'm down for whatever. I'll go to jail. I'll be all right. What you want to do? My cousin, being the nicest person on the planet besides my mama that I have ever met in my entire life, had to call me off. The mother's board had to come get me for a second time because I was waiting at the exit for her. You gonna have to, in order to leave this building, you gonna have to walk past me. Shoes off. You gonna have to walk by me because I'm finna knock you the fuck out in this motherfucker. Talk crazy to me. But she knew who she could talk crazy to and who she could. Her crazy was very selective. She knew not to. Bitch, no, I'll knock you the fuck out and be all right. I will be okay with it. You be all right. Sometimes your hands gotta be pansexual. Listen, they're for everyone. Everyone can get these hands. Anyone can get this work. Now, I don't condone women fighting men. I don't. My mama taught me you don't buck up on a man like that unless you are ready to take an ass whooping like a man from that man. So best believe if you ever see me in an altercation with a man, I have always weighed the cost of what's going. Now I may not win the fight, but that nigga gonna know I was there. Good morning, LNV. He gonna know I was there. Speaking of my mama, did they leave me some chicken? Barely, barely. I was able to get some pieces of my mama's chicken. It was a blessing to my soul. I'm trying to get her to redo it, but then add some potato salad. I'm gonna see if I do the cabbage and the mac and cheese. Can she do some fried chicken and potato salad? Like real pieces, not the drumettes that we had. I want like maybe some chicken thighs or some drums, some wing. Wings is hard. There's a shortage on wings right now, but I would like some real fried chicken and some potato salad. I want her to eat me some potato salad. That's what I would like. Won't he, Joshua? He will know. He'll know I was there, even if I lose. Good morning, F. Well. How are you, y'all? I've been on here for an hour and 30 minutes. I ain't done a live like this in a minute. Now, it's been at least 45 minutes to an hour since my mama told me I'll be right. See, this is what I'm talking about. See, this is what I'm talking about. When I started the vlog, not this video, but I was doing a vlog from when I first got in the car. And this is gonna be a day in the life because I know once I'm held hostage by my mama, she'll let you go whenever she get ready. She will let you go whenever she gets ready to let you go. If there's no power in this building, why is you and the owner still in here though? That's my question. Why are y'all still in over there? What y'all doing? Hell, the rain has stopped. The slush has stopped. It's just a few droplets coming out the sky. Now all the rain has stopped. So I don't know what's gonna happen with the weather for the rest of the day. Oh, you trying to do that 10-day green clear? Would I ever do a story time on my ex husband? Sure, I can. Sure, I don't know what stories I'm gonna tell. Like they're traumatizing. I don't know if I have to tell the story about how I had used to have to hide my debit cards in my underwear to get sleep because if I left them out, he would take whatever money that we had to go and she made ooh Felicia, I'ma fight all of y'all. She made potato salad and chicken for us after the brunch. Well, the elder is now on a punishment. The elder is on a super punishment. Wait till she bring herself out of here. Wait till she bring herself out of here. Oh no, there's some. I got stories. I got stories of him cooking dope in our kitchen and having to it bag, cut it up and weigh it, cut it up and bag it. It was weigh it, cut it up, weigh it again, put it in the little baggies, and then burn the tips of the baggies. It's a lot. It's a lot. I can tell. There's a lot I can tell that my family has no idea any of that stuff happened. Me carrying a 22 to make transactions. It's just a lot. It's a lot. But that was my youth and stupidness back then. I have hell, I knew it was wrong when I was doing it, but I was trying to be the ride or die and the good wife and all that good shit. So it is what it is at this juncture. I've been delivered. I've been delivered. I could tell the story of when he called um a bunch of when I told him that our relationship was over, and he called a bunch of men from my church, and no, he didn't. He called a bunch of men from my church and accused me of sleeping with them, including my minister of music, who was like my big brother. I keep saying really B was dating a kingpin in my mind. Yeah, was dating king. Y'all was dating kingpin brothers. No, he was not a kingpin. He was somebody who was in active addiction. who was trying to continue in his active addiction, and Biggie said, "Don't get high off your own supply." That's how that got fucked up. I could talk about the fact that how I had to carry our whole family for the entirety of our marriage. I think the longest he kept a job was um 2 months, 3 months maybe. He was in active addiction our entire 12-year relationship. He was in active addiction. And luckily for me, one, I don't have an addictive personality disorder. Two, I have never been high a day in my life. I just have no, and I don't know if it was something my mother instilled in me, a fear at a young age or something, but it had just never been, um, I had just never had a desire to be high. What, you mean addict? What you mean? He was in an active addiction. I meant what I said. He was active in his addiction the entire 12 years we're together. The entire 12 years. There were brief moments of rehab, but he always relapsed. I have no desire to like the infused things that we were gifted when we came to Atlanta. I gave those to people who I know imbibe when I got home. I wasn't going to waste it. I wasn't going to look down my nose at it. It's just not something that I have a desire for. I've never been high. I can count on one hand how many times I've been drunk in my life. The first time I got drunk, I was 17. I was at my friend's engagement party, my best friend Tracy's engagement party. Um, got drunk off of rum and coke, and didn't get drunk again. It took maybe, I want to say, at least 20 years. Not that I didn't drink liquor in the whole 20 years, but I never got to where I was tipsy. No, Tracy, no, no. Hoover, whip it work. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Listen, um, I can tell you the story of we were working at a hotel together. We were both working the front desk, and I had just given birth to Isaiah. I had just given birth to Isaiah, our last baby. And the baby was less than a week old. And uh, I had gone up to the hotel, put the baby in the stroller, and walked up to the hotel and finished his shift for him, me and the baby behind the front desk, because he was just going to leave the hotel so he could go get high. There's plenty of stories, horrible stories that I could tell. Now, when it was good, it was really good, but when it was bad, it was really, really bad. It was really, really bad. So one day we'll do story times about the Mister Mister. Period. Well, that was depressing. Thanks a lot, Lord. Which is why I'm leery about dating I am leery about dating because you never know. Because people send their representatives. They want to put their best foot forward and all of that stuff. I try and be as honest as possible. Like I am, like, and like I try and be honest, like in reference to like stuff that may be important to other people, like cleanliness. Like I have bouts of where I can let things get out of control, and then I have a whole OCD fit, and I'm cleaning everything from the ceiling to the floorboards until my whole house smell like Mr. Clean and Fabuloso. And if the people in my house would just leave it like that, oh Jesus, that would be great. But there might be bouts of depression that'll lead me to, like, it's a depression hoarder house before I have the OCD event that helps me clean out everything in the house. So it just and so, like, some of those things like that are sometimes deal breakers for people. So I try and be honest about things like that up front. Um uh that's pretty much it. You know, that be like my big secret. It's not like, oh, I have an extra child, or you know, I went to Guatemala and had surgery, and now I'm a girl. I don't have big secrets like that. It's just that sometimes I be messy. But people can, like, they can hide whole facets of their lives. And I am, because the person that I chose, I didn't even choose him. And I don't even know why I take that on with myself. I followed, like, no, absolutely not. Not in a million years. No, I'm done. That's not how I work, Joshua. I don't give a fuck if he apologized for everything. Absolutely not. He cannot come back. Nope. He did too much. There's no apology in the world that can fix what he did. So absolutely not. Absolutely not. And because I chose so wrong with him, I feel like I am, in some instances, closed off, and I don't want to choose wrong again. Like, I don't trust, like, I picked so wrong the first time. I don't trust the picker inside of me to pick correctly. And I know that's something that I have to work on because I was, I think, 20. Hey, Clark, and I have 4,372,224 makeup brushes. What does that have to do with anything? True. But what does that have to do with anything? By don't call me out about my makeup brush. That's rude and disrespectful. You didn't have to do that. You just didn't have to, friend. You could have left that part out. I'm terrified of picking wrong. So, um like, I feel like I have a lot of transactional relationships that I keep in a rotation, so I don't ever have to be all in with. I want to be all in with one person. I want to find my person who's going to be my friend, my love, my traveling companion, you know, the person that I go to with all the secrets, the person who knows all of me. But I'm afraid of trusting that person not to be handled, to handle me and not break me. And this is simple. And I think everybody has a little bit of that fear of putting themselves out there and only to end up hurt. I still still don't understand why my 4 million makeup brushes. How did we get into they into the in the chat? Oh, not not I got to share that with the man up front. I got it. Listen, I got to share with him up front that I have 4 million makeup brushes, and I need, listen, any man that I am in relation with, enough with to move in or get engaged to or get married to is gonna know that I need a space just for makeup. Some women need a whole walk-in closet for their shoes and bags and purses, and I need something like that as well. But it would be more, I need a built-in vanity with a huge lit up mirror that has enough space for a computer and a camera, as well as a bunch of drawers for all of the makeup and the brushes and all that good stuff in our home. So that's that's the thing that I'm going to need from dear future husband. But he'll know, because he wouldn't pick me if he didn't know. Listen, a studio. Oh, Pinky Tinky, that I feel like that was judgment. What you mean? You have that much? Oh, what you trying to say? What you trying to say, friend? What you trying to say, friend? Oh my god, I feel so judged. Listen, now my makeup brush is gonna keep me warm at night. I don't know. My electric blanket will. Listen, yeah, I have that much. Like, I have been outgrown the space that I have for it right now. But we'll see. We'll see. I gotta do a empties video because my Fenty foundation is empty. My Charlotte Tilbury foundation is empty. I think the Elf foundation is empty. The Maybelline Fresh Wear is getting empty. And I need to throw them away. I need to write down what they are and then throw them away. Keep a note just in case I want to repurchase anything. I probably, if anything, I'll probably either repurchase the Fenty or the Charlotte Tilbury for the summer, because right now I'm living my light skin best life. But if I get any bit of sun, she gonna be toasty brown, and we're gonna need to compensate for that. Oh my lord. Okay. It has been almost 2 hours, and I need to preserve what little battery that I have left. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. I'm gonna continue to vlog on my Snapchat and do a bunch of Snapchat videos, and I'll edit that together, and I'll put that out once I get back home. Once I make it back home. The end of my vlog for today is when I make it back home. It is now 11:40. I don't know. It's not looking good. Like I'm gonna get any other content put out today because my mama has hijacked my day, and I'm finna go into her office and hem her up because this is ridiculous. Because I have literally been on this live for almost 2 hours, and a good hour and 30 some odd minutes of it has been me sitting in this car in the parking lot chatting with y'all about the shenanigans, and the foolishness. Friends and family. Okay. All right, y'all. I love y'all. I may be back later on this evening and find something we just can talk about. Maybe if I can get home and finish selling Tampa, maybe we'll have a sell a Tampa conversation. All right, y'all. I love you. Peace out. Bye bye. Maybe. Hold on. I just had an epiphany before I got off of here. Maybe when I get home later on, if I ever get home and I'm not exhausted because my mama done wore my nerves out, we can talk about this latest episode of Real World Homecoming because that's gonna be deep. Because what happened in that episode was a lot. If y'all haven't seen it, go watch Real World Homecoming, the latest episode. If you're not watching the season, because you don't really need the whole season to watch the episode to get in on the conversation that we're gonna have. But if not, if you don't want to watch the show, watch my review of the show. And I think we should come back and discuss that later on this evening. And until then, now I'm leaving. I promise. I'm hitting the button now. I love y'all. Peace out.